All right, hello, everyone. This is Renault, and I'm about to, as the title of the stream says, I'm going to go ahead and get started on a test game of some Celestial Edition two-player games. Now, in case, as you can see from the title, it's going to be Unicorn against Mantis. Just doing a couple of rounds so that people can get familiar with the deck flow. Because there were a couple of changes starting in Celestial. You started to get you start with a basic holding border keep, and then you have the option of a secondary holding called either Bamboo Harvester or Bamboo Harvester Experienced. And so there were some changes in Celestial from Gold, Lotus, Diamond, but those starting holdings are the big one. So for those of you who are unfamiliar with Sun and Moon and how that works, I figured I'd start from the very beginning so that you can see just how the format works. So normally it obviously doesn't look like this. If I were to expand, you would see this is how it would look on yours, but I just want people to be able to see player one and player two. All right, so play constructed. These are some of the decks I've built. Player one is going to be my Unicorn deck. Glorious Honor. This is going to be the Unicorn deck. I'm going to get started with the... So one player will start the game. We'll just call this public. And boom, waiting for players. So when you're in Sun and Moon and you happen to schedule and you're waiting for somebody to join you, you would just, this is what your screen would look like. So this is player two. And like, let's say, oh shoot, I'm going to join another player. You would choose your constructed deck. Stout Scouts Celestial, it tells you the edition right here. And then, oh no, what games are available to play? Well, here's a game that's available to play, and it'll tell you what edition your opponent is. So you just go ahead and join. And bada bing, bada boom, this is the start of a two-player game. Now, like I said, Sun and Moon is pretty good. It'll tell you which holdings start off right away. Unicorn, since it goes first, will get border keep. The Mantis player, who goes second, will start with border keep and Bamboo Harvesters. And as you can see from Bamboo Harvesters, this will not straighten until your third turn. This is the EXP version. So Unicorn will get started. Again, as always, you start from left to right. This is player one. This is how player one sees player two. And this is how player two sees player one. Now, look carefully, and you see that the player two, because they're not the active player, their screen is a little bit muted. And it'll tell you whose turn it is. It says your limited action, their limited action. Now, Sun and Moon does not have a Dynasty Phase, events phase. So that's something you have to do manually. So the events phase happens before the straighten phase. No. It's the straighten phase and then the events phase. Now the straighten phase happens automatically. So we just don't get to see that, especially not first turn, but you'll see it in subsequent turns. So events phase, you start from left to right, and you drill everything face up, left to right. And you can see as I flip my cards over, they're flipping over here as well. So this is not bad. I'm thinking about how things will play out if I stick with this. So let's expand it so you can see it. So very briefly, so if I start with this turn and I don't scrap anything, I will have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That will allow me to buy this personality at full. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, excuse me. So I would be able to buy her at full. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, I wouldn't be able to buy her. But if I go 5, 6, 7, and then 3, 4, 5, I would be able to get both personalities. So that's what I'm going to do. And the reason why I'm planning that out so far ahead is because Border Keep has this ability. If it is your first turn, put one or more cards in your provinces at the bottom of your deck, refilling the provinces face up. So I need to decide, do I want to scrap either one of these? And I don't. Because with this personality, and this attachment, that's enough to take the Mantis player's province strength, because they have 7 province strength. And I will have 1, 2, 3, 4. You see that 4 in the top left? All the way up on the top. That's 4 force. That's 5, 6, 7. And then 8, 9. But there's something you need to take into account. Her personal honor. Her personal honor is 5. My starting personal honor is only 4. You see in that red square? That means I'm not actually going to be able to buy her. So it looks like I'm going to be able to use my Border Keep after all. So I'm going to do that now. If it is your first turn, put one or more cards in your provinces at the bottom of your deck, refilling the provinces face up. So, one or more, so just one. The bottom of my deck, revealed face up. And I get Utaku Yupan. Now, Utaku Yupan is a beast. Your other battle maidens have +1 force and +1 personal honor while attacking. And then even if Yupan is bowed, she can straighten and then give somebody, set someone's force to 0. So that's rather amazing. So I'm going to look at my hand now, because these are all things that you have to plan very quickly. I'm just explaining things out, and that's why this first turn is taking a little bit longer than usual. It's because you can see I'm planning like 1 or 2 turns ahead. So I have On the Hunt. Choose your performing samurai. Attach an attachment in your hand to him, paying all costs, but paying 4 less gold, which means that this card is going to be free several turns from now when I attach it to one of these 2 samurais. There's one last thing I want to mention. You'll notice that I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards in hand. In Celestial Edition, you start with 6 cards in hand, so I'm going to draw 1. And then player 2 is also going to draw. We'll look at player 2's hand in a little bit, but right now we're just focusing on player 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so now I'm ready to... Now, naturally, like I mentioned earlier, you would be planning this all out and thinking about this all very quickly, but I'm just explaining my thought process and what I'm going to be doing several turns from now so that people can really see what's going on. So, since I do not have enough gold all of a sudden to buy both of these personalities, that's also something I'm going to take into account. Do I want to stick with Yupan? Or do I want to stick with Liu Jiang? I'm going to stick with Yupan, because she's slightly more force. I have 5, 6, 7. I can buy her at reduced next turn, as opposed to buying her at reduced next turn. It's 1 gold wasted. Or I could buy 5, 6, 7, 8 and get her at full. But then if I buy just her, I have 4, 5, 6. And that's not enough to take a province. So that's all the stuff I'm going to take into account. So I'm going to discard. So I'm buying permanent encampment. Here's 2 gold, 3 gold, and paying for an attachment, etc., etc. And of course, get my clan holding stables, and I'm going to discard Liu Xiang. Even though her ability is really good, I'm going to go ahead and discard her, because the first couple of turns, I want to avoid people. And she's all about confronting people right away, and she gets a battle, not a battle action, but a reaction right at the start. Again, sorry about taking this first turn rather slowly, but these are just all the thoughts that you have to make in L5R very quickly, and you have to think 1, 2 turns ahead. So, Though I did make a slight mistake, though. I did all this stuff during the limited phase, when in reality, buying all these personalities happens during the Dynasty phase. Alright, here we go. Okay, open action. He has no open actions. Limited. No attack phase. I just did my Dynasty phase too soon. Sorry about that, everyone. And then at the end of my Dynasty phase, I draw a card. And I am done. The card I got was Phantom Blade Kata, where I can discard a card in my hand to create a 2-force weapon. So, again, in Sun and Moon, you don't actually get an events phase, but that's okay. So now I'm going to show you what the player 2 has to think about. So, Bamboo Harvesters, this holding will not straighten before your 3rd turn. So I'm going to go ahead and bow this. Technically, this is going to stay bowed. So now, what I'm going to do is take my 4. I don't have as much to explain. Sorry about that. So actually, you know what? I'm going to make sure I do my turn order correctly. Limited phase, no limited actions. No open actions, no attack phase, going straight to Dynasty. So, 1, 2, he costs 6, he has 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to buy him right away. And then my 2 gold, he costs 4, I'm going to buy him at reduced right away. And then he's 2, so he's free, but as an additional cost of NU entering play, either remove a card in your hand from the game or destroy one of your sake tokens. I don't have any sake tokens, but what I am going to do is take this card and then remove it from the game. That's going to be a double right click on my mouse and then bring him into play. And I'm going to discard this personality during my Dynasty phase. I don't have to, because he's only 2, so I can always buy him. But there's something I want to get in my Dynasty phase. And then, at the end of my Dynasty phase, I'm going to draw a card, and I'm done. Going back to Unicorn, again, there's no events phase, but technically these would be flipping from left to right. So, now these are my holdings. So I have 5, 6, 7. I can buy her at reduced, or her at reduced. Yutaku Liu Zeng, the experienced version. And so what I'm going to do is I'm still sticking with my guns and getting Yupan. But now I have an interesting choice here. So, bow this card. So what I'm going to do is 5. Because looking at how things are right now, I'm not going to be able to take a province because I can't afford to buy both of these personalities. And my holdings don't have enough force. So what I'm going to do is use my Border Keep second ability. Once per game, put 1 or more cards in your provinces at the bottom of your deck, refilling the provinces face up. I'm sticking with my guns to get you Pan, so I'm going to put this on the bottom of my deck, this on the bottom of my deck, and this on the bottom of my deck, and reveal it face up. Okay, so I've got another Yanai, and that kind of makes me sad. She's probably going to come out of my deck. And because she has, like I mentioned, 5 personal honor, so that's not enough to get her. So what I'm going to do is I have 5, 6, 7. That would be enough to buy her. And 3, 4, 5, that's not enough to buy her at reduced. And 3, 4, 5 is not enough to get her because her honor requirement is 5. So that makes me rather sad. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh boy. So basically what this means is I'm just going to have to buy Yupan at full, and I'm going to have to turn into a switch deck. And that is something Unicorn have been known to be able to do, is because they do have, look at this person honor, 4-person honor, 3-person honor, 3-person honor. So they can do switch. And I didn't necessarily build my deck for it, but you don't really have to build switch when it comes to Unicorn, because they have that inherent. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Whoops, I'm about to do my Dynasty phase again before I go into my limited phase. So I have no limited actions, no open actions, no attack phase, and then go to Dynasty. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm going to buy you Pan for full 1, 2, 3, 4 personal honor, because you see on the bottom left, she has 4-person honor, so I gained 4, and then paid 3 to get this clan estate, and I'm going to discard Yanai. I'm going to let her stay because uniques are unique. I'm not going to have another one in her deck, and I'm not really going to get an opportunity to get her. And then I'm going to go to my into my Dynasty phase. I now have 8 cards in hand, and the Mantis player. Now the Mantis player is ready to attack. Oh wait, Bamboo Harvester is only my 2nd turn, not my 3rd turn. So I'm going to make sure that that remains bowed. And so so now let's look at the Stronghold. 7 Seas Port, targeted province. Your Mantis clan personalities and your scout followers have +1 force while at that province's battlefield. So I'm going to be declaring an attack this turn. But before I declare an attack, I need to take a quick break. Sorry about that. Give me about 5... thought that was going to be a quick 5 minutes, and then the gosh darn dog. Anyway, the point is, I'm back now, and the Mantis were right about to attack someone. So, again, limited actions. Now, this matters. The Mantis player does have limited actions until your turn... Excuse me. Until your next turn begins, personalities and followers have +1 force while attacking. While I don't have any followers in my hand, 5, 6, I should have 7 cards in hand. Oh, no. I should have 6 because I brought him into play. But that's okay because I have 3 personalities. So when I declare an attack, I'm going to have 1, 2, 3. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this will put out all at 6, 7, 8. But that's not all. Target a province. Your Mantis clan personalities and your scout followers have +1 force while at that province's battlefield. So I'm going to target a province and get an additional +3 force. That's great. So I'm going to go ahead and use my Stronghold now. As an open action, this Stronghold is... Whoops. This Stronghold, hold shift and then drag to whatever it is you're targeting, is going to target this province. All my Mantis clan personalities and scout followers are going to have +1 force at that province. So that's my action. And now as my Unicorn clan player, I don't have any, ooh, wait. Samurai attach. Attachment in your hand to him. Ooh, that's very nice. So, as a Unicorn clan player, I don't have any limited or open actions, so I'm going to pass. My Mantis clan player, I am then going to play No Hope. Until your next turn begins, personalities and followers have +1 force while attacking. So that's going to give... Excuse me, not much. It's mine, though. My opponent as well, but that's okay. So my personalities are going to sign here, and that's going to give me a grand total of an additional 6 force. Alright. So now, the Unicorn Clan player, again, has no open actions. So the Mantis Clan player, I'm not going to play another one. That's overkill. It's unnecessary. Now, you might be asking, why would I play this when that would put me way above? And, you know, that's a good question, but ultimately, I need to make sure I have enough force because Outer Walls is omnipresent during Celestial, along with several other types of cards like that. So it's important to have that kind of stuff available, like more force than you need. And it's also important to keep in mind it's a limited action. So it's better to just have enough force to take it rather than have regrets later when somebody plays Outer Walls and it's like, oh man, if only I had played that card. And also I want to point out I have 2 of them. So it's okay to just go ahead and burn one now to make sure I have more than enough force. So I'm going to the attack phase now. Yes. I'm going to assign my attackers, obviously. These 3 guys and girl are all going to go here to this province. So that's going to give me a grand total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 force. Plus my strongholds, giving them additional +1. So that's 6, 7, 8. Plus the No Hope I played earlier. 9, 10, 11. So that's more than enough force. If my opponent were to play Outer Walls, the province strength would go from 7 to 10. And so now I have more than enough, even if my opponent plays Outer Walls. So there you go. Oh, and also, Suzuki gains +2 force while at a battlefield whose province was targeted by a recon action this turn. So that's going to set my force from 11 to 12, 13. So I'm going to have a grand total of 13 force. So that's going to be more than enough. And now the question is my Unicorn going to assign to defend? No, because defending is a death wish. So, assign defenders, no defenders. Defending is a death wish in this edition, which is no problem for the... Actually, you know what? Yes. Utaku Yupan is going to assign a defender. She's going to defend here where there are no Mantis Clan personalities. So that's where she's at. Far, far, far away from these guys. So, which battle? We're going to go ahead and get this battle done first. Again, hold shift. And then double click. And so this battle is getting done. You can see how it's lit up on player 1. And the Mantis Clan player can see it. It also, Sun and Moon will recognize that there is now a battle being resolved. So, all these guys... engage action. Because Naval goes first, technically, Naval should get the first engage action, but we'll ignore that for now. The defender gets the first chance to play a battle action. Now, if you look carefully, this whole time, I've had 2 settling the homeless. Even if you control no units at the current battlefield, target a personality without followers, move him home. This is why it's so important to have presenceless defense. Not just Outer Walls, but settling the homeless and several other cards. So, my Unicorn Clan player is going to be like, no, I'm not risking my life to defend that province. I'm going to play settling the homeless, and we'll take this, and we'll send this guy home. Uh-oh. He's getting sent home. So, he's home now. I don't have a way to cancel that. I'm running ways to cancel it, but I don't have it. So, he is no longer at this battlefield. I'm going to hold shift and drag it here to this province, and you'll see that the targeting lines go away. But that's okay, right? Because the Mantis Clan player still has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh yeah, no, that's enough. That's enough to save the province. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh no, 8, 9. I have 9 force here still. Because 1, 2, 3. He has a +2 out of Recon Province. So that's 4, 5. My Stronghold ability puts that at 6, 7. And then the No Hope puts it at 7, 8. So I'm still taking the province by 1. So we'll put this away. And now the targeting line goes away. Now the Mantis player doesn't really have anything. But guess what? I've got another Settling the Homeless. So I'm going to be Settling the Homeless again. Targeting that guy. And now he's home. Come on. Oops. I'm just going to remove the highlight. So now it's just this drunken ape who's at the battle. And he's not enough to take it alone. Because he has 1, 2. And then +1 from the Stronghold. And then another +1 from No Hope. That's only 4 force. So so the Unicorn Clan player doesn't have anything else. The Mantis Clan player doesn't have anything else. Nothing. Battle resolution. Drunken Monkey comes home bowed. He was not able to take the province. So again, we hold shift and then drag it and the targeting line goes away. Speaking of which, we put this in our discard pile, that second Settling the Homeless. And so the province is saved, but guess what? You still have to get the other battles done. So, well, let's see what this Unicorn Clan player has. So we're going to target, the Mantis Clan player will now target this, highlighting it. And we'll get that battle done. There's no engage action. There is actually an engage action for the Unicorn Clan player. I've got this on the hunt. Choose your performing samurai. Attach an attachment in your hand to him, paying all costs, but paying 4 less gold. Hey, here's an attachment. So I'll go ahead and attach this as an engage action. Playing this card. So bada bing, bada boom. Momentum has swung. I've got no more engage actions. The Mantis Clan player does not have any engage actions. And as the defender, technically, I have the first battle. Hey, look, Seppin Blade. Bow this card and discard a card, unless the unit is opposed, to draw a card. So I'm going to bow this card and discard a card to draw a card. I don't have any other attachments or in my hand, so I'm quite comfortable discarding this second on the hunt to draw a card. And I get a really amazing attachment. In retrospect, I kind of wish I kept that on the hunt, because then I could use that on this. But, oh well. That's my battle action. Mantis Clan player does not have any battle actions. Do I have any other battle actions? No. And battle resolution, nothing else happens. This has been great for the Unicorn Clan player. Was able to defend the provinces and get this in for free. And if things played out a little differently, I would have kept that on the hunt to use for this. Oh well, that's the way it goes. And so there are no more battles to resolve. And Sun and Moon recognizes that, so I'll just go to that, and then moving on to my Dynasty Phase. Very disappointed. I will pay 4 to bring in Suruchi Toburo. Hold on, just a minute. I'm going to turn the music down a little bit. Okay, just a little bit. If I go any lower, though, it'll be it'll be muted. And then with my 2 gold, Border Keep is going to pay for this guy at reduced. And I am actually going to discard both of these. And third, no hope. Wonderful. Oh, let's bow that. And let's no longer highlight those. And now the fortunes have changed very quickly. My Unicorn Clan player has 5, 6, 7. And don't forget this no hope. No hope until your next turn begins. Personalities and followers have +1 force while attacking. That includes your opponent. So all of a sudden the tables have turned. If I decide to attack this Mantis Clan player, I'm going to have 5, 6, 7, 8 force. And the province strength of 7 Seaport is only 7. So I'm going to have enough to take the province now. And that's just great. So, I'm going to put Phantom Blade Kata into play. So that's my limited action. The Mantis Clan player is now very worried because he's about to lose a province, and he knows it. But the Mantis Clan player does not have So, as a way to defend the province and keep myself from losing a province, I could play Wrath, except I don't have enough force. Bow your performing Samurai, bow target person with lower force and no attachments. So, if this guy had 4 force, and my Unicorn Clan person had 3 force, I could bow them and protect my province from getting taken, but that's not an option, because this lady has 7 force. So, no open actions. I don't have any limited actions. I could attach the Hand of the Obsidian Dragon, but I don't need to, because I need to use my gold to buy for my Dynasty Phase. So I'm going to have 8 force, and I'm going to declare an attack. Assign attackers. I'm Unicorn. I do not have to assign anyone during the infantry maneuvers. So the Mantis Clan, he could defend. Mantis Clan player could defend. But as we all know, defending is a death wish for the most part. So I'm not going to defend anywhere, because that'll get me killed. Guaranteed. So no defenders. The Unicorn Clan player is free to do as she sees fit. I'm going to target this province. And that's where she's going to go. And Mantis Clan player has no engage actions. If I kept this on the hunt in my hand, then I'd be able to play this as a reaction paying 4 less, but oh well. No engage actions. Mantis Clan player does not have any battle actions. Unicorn Clan player does have a battle action. Bow this card and discard a card unless this unit is opposed to draw a card. So I'm going to bow a card and discard a card to draw a card. Yes. This card may only be played from the discard pile. Before your end phase begins, if you control a samurai with 4 or more personal honor, or a paragon, put this card in your hand. Your person, I have +1 personal honor while in play, so this is just going to always go off for Unicorn Clan players who are playing Utaku planes. Now, just keep in mind that this is actually fake card draw, because what's going to happen from now on is I'm going to bow the Septim Blade, discard this card to draw a card, and then this card is going to come back into my hand. Also, I can discard Warrior's Patience and trigger Phantom Blade Kata. Also, where is it? Mermaid Encampment. No, I'm thinking of the Artificer, which I don't have. So anyway, the point is, I got my fake card draw, so I'm gonna pass. No more battle actions. No more battle actions. No more battle actions. Battle resolution. I have 8 force, thanks to the Mantis Clan player's card. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the province. Goodbye, province. And she'll come home bowed. I don't have any more battle actions. There's no more battles for me to play. I'm done. Moving on to Dynasty Phase. So, I have Moto Chen, Yutaku Fujiko, and Yutaku Tayoi. So, 1, 2, 3. Whoops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I can buy Fujiko at reduced. 5 to get Tayoi at reduced. And then 2 to buy the stables, leaving me with my border keep for an additional 2. What I'm going to do is go ahead and get Fujiko at full. Chen can stay in the province. I just don't, you need to change terms, destroy it. So, yeah, Chen can stay, because I think with all the force reduction I've got, I'm in a good shape. I'm in good shape. So moving on, like I said, I'm going to get Tayoi at reduced. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Fujiko at full. 1, 2, 3. Leaving you with this 2 gold. To buy the stables. So I've got a lot of gold. I've got several people out. I'm doing pretty well. I'm in a good spot. Remember what I said about Switch? I'm at 11 honor, and I've got more provinces than my opponent. So the Mantis Clan player is on the defensive a little bit, but the Mantis Clan player does have a lot of cards in hand. So the Mantis Clan player, me, has several options. I can try to swing for 2 provinces and try to regain momentum. Or I can go for 1 province, but then that's going to put me pretty far behind, because my opponent will be able to take 2 provinces. So these are the kinds of things that Mantis Clan player would have to think about. This is turn 3, so the Bamboo Harvester does unbound. Now, normally, with this Bamboo Harvester, I would be able to draw cards without having to discard. However, because the Unicorn Clan player was able to rebuff me, I have a lot of cards in hand, and I'm not able to get the card draw. I mean, I can do the card draw, but then I would have to discard. So, let me see here. Yeah, like I said, the Unicorn Clan is in a good spot. The Mantis Clan player is in a rough spot. Because, I could swing for 2. You know what? You don't get the biscuit if you don't risk it. Unicorn Clan, I'm coming after you. Mantis is swinging for 2. That's right. 2 provinces, gotta catch up. So I'm gonna play another No Hope. Until your next turn begins, personalities and followers have +1 while attacking. So it's going to benefit me more than it should benefit the Unicorn Clan player, because I'm going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the Unicorn Clan player is only going to get 1, 2, 3. Plus my Stronghold. Again, targeting Moto Chen. So, Moto Chen, they're coming for you. Here they come. So, Unicorn Clan player, again, has no open actions. Mantis Clan player, any other open or limited actions? I played that wrong. I should have played these one at a time, but whatever. You get the idea. Yes, there's definitely going to be an attack phase. These two are going to go here. And this one, and this one are going to go here. So these three here, these two here. So again, with the Stronghold, they're going to get an additional +1. Now, earlier I said defending is a death wish. And it's very tempting, very, very tempting to defend, but don't do it. Never, ever defend unless your deck is all about defending. So even though I want to defend very badly, don't be seduced. Don't do it. Let the guy take it. I'm already doing pretty well for myself because I fended off an attack once already. So after I signed attackers, no defenders, even though I had to think about it. But defending is a death wish. So we're going to get the province battles done now. We're going to get this one done first. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 because of his ability, and then 8, 9 from the No Hope because he's an additional +1 and he's an additional +1. So that is going to be enough to take the province. Oh, come on. There we go. And then, whoops. I can't go back, but you get the idea. These guys come home bound. So now these have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then the No Hope gives them an additional +1. So that's 7, 8, 9. That's 9 force. 9 force. And that will take that province. It's this one, I think. Anyway, that's for symbolic purposes anyway. And I now get to play Ring of Earth. Whoops, that's the Samurai Edition, not the Celestial Edition, but I think they're the exact same. After you destroy one or more provinces or enemy units by winning a battle at a province, you may put this card into play from your hand. So, whoops. So I put Ring of Earth into play. And now for my Dynasty, I'll pay 1, 2, 3, 4 to bring Aita into play for full. And that'll put me at 3. My Border Keep will bring into play Kobune Port. And my Bamboo Harvesters, whoops, will bring into play the Archery Range. And draw a card at the end of my turn. So the momentum has swung pretty drastically based on that. Or has it? The Unicorn player needs to be able to defend a province. So she's again at 5, 6, 7. Plus 1 is 8 from the No Hope. 1, 2, 3. You know what? First thing I'm going to do is discard a Warrior's Patience from Phantom Blade Kata to put a Spirit Sword into play. Spirit Sword. And I'm going to give it to Fujiko. So now she's at 3, 4, 5. 5 force. Plus 1 from the No Hope, so that's 6. So that's my limited action. Does she have any open actions? You know what? I'm going to show you the defensive ability of Wrath. Yoritomo Eita has 3 force. Yutaku Tayoi has only 2 force. So I'm going to show you how Wrath is both an offensive and defensive card. So bow your performing samurai. Bow a target personality with lower force and no attachments. This is a combat segment. Destroy the personality. It's not the combat segment, but that's okay. I'm going to bow Yoritomo Eita, who has 3 force. Play Wrath. And I'm going to bow Tayoi. Boom. No big deal, but that's just to show you how Wrath is both an offensive and defensive card. With that being said, the Unicorn Clan player does not have any other open actions. The Mantis Clan player does not have any other open actions. Definitely moving on to the attack phase. I'm cavalry, so I assign no attackers. Mantis has no possible defenders because everyone is bow. Which battle? We're going to get this one done first. And we're also going to assign her here. So we're going to get this one done first. No engage actions from either side. The defender gets first action, but has no presence. The Battle Maiden, Yutaku Yupan, she has 5 force. 6, 7 force. Remember, plus the 1 from the no mercy, no hope. So she's at 8. She has 8 force. But I'm not done. I have 8 force, and I could just take the province. But instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bow Sapling Blade again, and I'm going to discard a card to draw a card. No further. Again, Mantis Clan player has no further battle actions. Unicorn Clan player has no further battle actions. She has 8 force, as I've highlighted previously, so she's going to take this province. So, we'll discard that. But look, the Unicorn Clan player also has a Ring of Earth. So she gets to play that. Now we're going to get this battle done first. Or done first next. Now, there's something else about Yutaku Yupan you should know. Your other battle maidens have +1 force and +1 personal honor while attacking. They don't have to be in the same army as her. They just have to be attacking. So she actually has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 force from the No Hope, 7 force from the Utaku Yupan. So that's 7 force. But you have to beat the province strength, right? 7 sees port. The Mantis Clan Stronghold has a province strength of 7. I have to have at least 8 force to beat the province strength, right? Nope. Bow this card or discard it from your hand. Raise a target province's strength by 4. You may instead lower its strength by 3 if this card is in play. I just played the Ring of Earth because Yupan took the province. So I will bow this, lower the province strength by 3. Now I have more than enough to take the province. And so, momentum has kind of swung back a little bit in the Unicorn Clan's favor. The Mantis Clan is now down to 1 province. And so we're done with the attack phase. Now the Dynasty phase. And this is when things get kind of intense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6. Seven, 8. I bring her in at 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I pay 3 gold to bring that into play. So, there you go. That's the end of my Dynasty phase. Moving on to, that's it. Now, there is something I want to mention. A Warrior's Patience will go back into my hand. And we are done. So now, this is it. The Mantis Clan player has to take 2 provinces, otherwise it's game over. But, so can this one Utaku Yujun. She doesn't have to win the battle, she just has to fend off 1 province. She has some good force reduction. She's got my stronghold. So, let's say Yujun is bow. She can still use the stronghold to reduce someone's force. It doesn't matter if she dies or gets killed. She just has to lower the province strength enough. But we're not going to see how that epic final battle might go because I'm going to reset it and start over. You'll just have to use your imagination and figure out who might have won. Use your imagination. So anyway, I'm going to start another round. But this time it's going to go a lot faster since I've already explained everything. Anybody who's watching this should know how things are going to go. Again, it's Celestial, so everybody starts with 6 cards in hand, not 5. And so a lot quicker this time. Here we go. Again, we start from left to right. 4. Border keep. First turn border keep. We put everything on the bottom. Once per game, we're going to put everything on the bottom again. Yanai is definitely coming out of my deck. So bow my strongholds to get the stables, bow the board keep to get the other stables. And draw a card at the end of the turn. Let's go. Mantis Scout player. Actually, you know what? Mantis Clan player, once per my first turn, I will put these on the bottom of my deck. Aha! So, I'll pay 4 gold to get this guy at reduced. I'll pay 2 gold to get this guy at reduced. I'll pay 0 gold to bring this guy at reduced. As an additional cost, I will remove a card in my hand. I'm going to remove this card from the game to bring him in. And you know what? Since this is a super casual game, draw 2 additional cards during your next end phase. We'll pretend I played this as a limited action. No open actions, no open actions, no attack phase. During my Dynasty phase, I will draw 1 card, and then draw 2 additional cards during your end phase. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And now my unicorn player starts their second turn. Did I use my once per game? I don't remember. Well, yeah, let's just say I think I did, to be honest. I really don't remember. We'll just say I didn't because it's super casual. Once per game. Put them on the bottom of my deck and then reveal face up. This isn't great, but that's okay. This is still enough to take a province. Limited phase. No attacks. Going straight to Dynasty. I'll pay 5. I don't meet her honor requirement, but I can pay an additional 2 gold, so I can pay 5 to bring her into play and gain the honor. So 5, I'll bring her in. 1, 2, 3. No. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll bring into play Utaku Tayoi. Yeah. Then I'll pay 3 to get the Imperial Artificer. So, going on to Dynasty. So during the events phase, that'll reveal any limited actions. Yeah. I'll pay the Phantom Blade Kata. I will discard... let's see, what will I discard? I'm going to discard this card to get a sword. Spirit Sword. And I'll give that to... Monkey! I'll give it to the monkey. Oh, this does not unbow until turn 3. And we'll target this province with a stronghold. No open actions. Do I have any other limited actions? Am I going to play No Hope? No. I'm going to discard it for a sword. But I am going to attach this here so that he has a little bit of protection. These untrained scouts will also get the force bonus off of the stronghold. Actually, you know what? Attack, yes. 2, 3. They're going to go here, here, and here. Obviously, no defenders because defending is a death wish. We'll get this battle done first. There we go. Actually, you know, let's just make sure it's lit up. There we go. You can see how it's lit up. So, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Plus my stronghold. 9, 10, 11, 12. I have 12 force and ways to gain even more force if necessary. The Unicorn clan player has no engage actions. The Mantis clan player has no engage actions. I would be able to get the first battle action if the Unicorn player had blocked me, but they didn't, so there you go. Battle action, battle action. Whoops. So, as a Unicorn clan player, I highly always talk about presenceless defense. I'm going to play Settling the Homeless to try and send home this guy with a sword, because he has the most force. Determined Force, before the resolution of a battle action taken by another player without units at the current battlefield. If none of the action's effects can move the other player's unit to the current battlefield, the action's effects do not happen. So Settling the Homeless does not happen. Uh-oh. So the Mantis clan player doesn't have anything to play. The Unicorn clan player does have... Don't I have another Settling the Homeless? Or am I hallucinating products? Yep, that's it. All I had was the one Settling the Homeless. Nothing else. So the... Oops. Let's make sure we discard this. We'll make sure we discard that. And so the Mantis clan player is able to take the province this time, changing the entire momentum of the deck. There are no more battles to resolve, so we'll go straight to our Dynasty Phase. And if I needed an additional force, Private Shrine would have been able to give me additional force. So these guys all come on back. I'll pay 1, 2, 3, 4, get this guy at full. And I'll pay 1, 2 to buy a Kabune port. And I am done. So the Unicorn clan player is already on the defensive because that Settling the Homeless did not work. As a limited action, I'm going to pay 1, 2, 3, 4 to get a Seppan Blade here. Battle this card, produce 2 gold. If this pays for a follower or item attaching to a samurai, she's a samurai, you may draw a card and then discard a card. I will draw a card and then discard a card. And then I will put into play Phantom Blade Kata. And I will discard a Phantom Blade Kata. To create a Spirit Sword. By the way, I use the reddish-orange just to display items with force. I'm done. Those are my limited actions. Mantis Clan player does not have any limited or open actions. Mantis Clan passes. Unicorn Clan player will also pass and declare an attack, again assigning no infantry. The Mantis Clan player will not assign any defenders. I will choose to go my battle here. No engage actions. Mantis Clan player gets the first battle action, but he does have presence. The Unicorn Clan player will assign this personality here during cavalry, and assign this personality here during cavalry. As the first battle action from the Unicorn, if Toyoi is at a battlefield, move her to another battlefield, gain 1 honor. If Toyoi is attacking, or gain 2 honor if she is now opposed. So I move into the current battlefield and gain 1 honor. Again, Mantis has nothing. Unicorn Clan player will bow the Sepun Blade and discard a card to draw a card. So I'll bow, discard, and bowing the Sepun Blade, discard a card, and then draw a card. What do I get? On the hunt, so it'll give me an attachment next time I'm on the attack. I have no further battle actions. Mantis Clan player still has no battle actions. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That is enough to take a province. So we will discard. So that will allow us to discard the province. And they will both go home bowed. And so, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have no further battles to resolve. 5, 6, 7, 8. I will bring her in for full. 1, 2, 3. I could get the Yutaku Kohana, but I think that's a bad idea, to be honest. 6, 7, 8. So I'm going to get the stables and then discard her. Because I want some beef. Where is the beef? Moving on to the Mantis Clan players. The Mantis Clan player. Now, Celestial has the ability bow an attachment to move it to another target personality. So I'm going to bow the Spirit Sword, which is fine because the Spirit Sword doesn't do anything except give 2 force, and move it over here. It's something that you hardly ever see, but there are times when you want to use it, like when you're about to use Oblivious to destroy something. As an open action, I've got no open actions. Mantis Clan player. So these 2 creatures have a grand total of 4, 5, 6 gold cost. Less than the combined gold cost of the non-humans. So what I'm going to do, I could swing for 2, but what I'm instead going to do, and this might be a little bit silly, but I'm going to bow this non-human who has a gold cost of 4, and then bow this non-human who has a gold cost of 2, and destroy a personality, or destroy a card. A card without attachments in a unit with a lower gold cost than the combined gold cost of the non-humans. Destroy the targeted card. I'm going to go ahead and kill Mitaku Kohana and her sword. She's dead. Mitaku Kohana is dead. I can't believe they did that. Now, I did that for several reasons. One is so that he can more likely draw a card. And 2, so that, just so that you get a chance to see how the card works. You also got a chance to see the benefits of the share. It's the share action where you move one attachment to another. Where you move one attachment to another personality. But that's not all. I have another one. As an open action, go here. The Unicorn Clan player has no open actions. The Mantis Clan player has no further open actions, so we're going to move on to the attack. This personality and this personality are both going to go here. The Unicorn Clan player is not going to defend because she's not going to defend these 2 guys, but instead she's going to defend over here. Without having to fight these guys. We're going to get this battle done first. Engage actions. The Unicorn has none. The Mantis have none. Unicorn Clan player has no battle actions. And the Mantis Clan player does. It's going to play training maneuvers. If you control a tactician or scout, your personalities and followers have +1 while there. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5, 6. Plus the match stronghold ability is 7, 8. Plus the training maneuvers 9, 10, 11. That's 11 force. Unicorn Clan player has nothing. If a recon action targeted this battlefield's province's turn, and you have 2 or fewer cards in hand, draw a card. So I'm just going to go ahead and draw a card. And battle resolution, I have enough to take it. Once again. But again, you always have to make sure the battles get resolved. So this has to get resolved now. And on the hunt, choose your performing samurai. Attach an attachment in your hand to him, paying all costs, but paying 4 less. I'm going to attach the Itaku Gunso. Where is she at? Here. Paying 4 less, gold cost of 3, so she comes in for free. Alright, so moving on to Dynasty. One, two, three, 4. He's going to come into play. Oh, make sure these guys are bound. And then 1, 2 to get the... Oh crap, I messed this up really bad. I forgot to use the bamboo harvester. I forgot to take into account these guys. Whatever. 3, 4, 5. Get him in at reduced. Alright, so again, Festival of Founding. Happy 15th anniversary. Draw a card. So we're looking at a situation once again where the Unicorn Clan player is going to have to try and defend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's it. Unicorn Clan player only has 2 personalities in play. Because I killed one. So it might not seem like destroying the 1 personality mattered, but now it does. So the Unicorn Clan player. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Modifications. Again, you may draw and then discard a card to draw a card. So I will draw a card and now discard a card. I don't need another one of these. Transfer your target attachment to your target personality. 2, 3, 4, 6. So they both have weapons. Tricky, tricky, tricky. Decisions, decisions, decisions. So I have no further limited or open actions. Declaring an attack. I assign no infantry. Defending is a death wish. She's going to go here. No engage actions. No battle action from the Mantis. Modifications. Battle. Draw a card. So I'm just going to go ahead and draw. This is very good. And battle resolution. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's more than enough to take the province. We'll get rid of that. And that. Again, no defenders because defending is a death. I have no further battles to resolve. Moving on to Dynasty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll bring her in for full. Again, that gives me 2 Taiois to block, and I gain 1, 2, 3 honor. Moving on to the discard. And now the Mantis Clan player. They immediately get another private shrine. So, again, the Mantis Clan player needs to take 2 provinces, and the split looks roughly like this. And so you have to ask yourself, do these 2 Taiois have enough force to fend off the Mantis hordes? And we'll never find out because I'm ending the video here. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye, everyone. You can just use your imagination on how the battle would have gone. Got some nice ranged attacks. Would using this Oblivious help? Maybe. Maybe. Who knows? Anyway, Thanks for stopping by.